honestly, I just want to start by saying that I actually watched SmackDown and like I genuinely enjoyed this week's SmackDown. Like I felt like it was a good episode.
Well, I felt like I enjoyed both episodes, both Raw and SmackDown, and for the one time I have no notes. So no notes for Raw and no notes for SmackDown.
That's
So I
good.
kind of
That's good.
I kind
We're
of feel
shooting
like
off
I
the
need
hip.
to yes, definitely shooting off the hip. I definitely feel like we need to I have my YouTube pulled up to see if you maybe we could like watch some of the highlights
No,
to
I
see
mean
like
it's
there's
all
certain
right.
things that happened that I remember and there's
Okay,
certain things that I'm just like, "Oh
so
my god."
I guess we'll start with SmackDown. I just got two words leaving SmackDown, and it is toxic attraction.
Okay. Why do you
Like
say that?
that's their name, right? What's that's the
Oh, yeah,
toxic
that was
is it toxic attraction? Because they had like a group in NXT with Mandy Rose.
they are from
No,
NXT. I just
fatal. No, it's Fatal Influence. That's their name.
there you go.
Fatal.
Fatal
They
look
but
look how irrelevant it was. You didn't even
no,
remember the
no, no,
name.
no, 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 no. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's that before. Because the thing about this group is a variant of another group. So
Yes,
origin.
it gives me the one with actually it gives me the group that all got fired. So the group with Zoe Stark and all
Fuck
of them.
no, no, you're tripping.
What was it called?
Fuck. With Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark.
Yes, yes. What was their name called? It was very similar.
No, it was not similar at all. This is different. This is different.
No,
This
no.
is like these are like we're some like that was like we're some fighter type chicks. That was like Shayna Baszler and them like Fatal Influence is like different. The only reason I called them Toxic Attraction is because or no, it's because originally the girl JC Jane, maybe she
Okay.
was in it. I don't know, but originally Mandy Rose before she left WWE, she was down in NXT.
Isn't she on isn't she a OF content creator now?
That's what. Yes, yes.
Okay,
So
okay. I because you know that's kind of like my world, so I kind of like I'm like wait that name sounds really familiar to me
so
right now.
Mandy Rose, Mandy Rose was part of WWE. Like she had
Okay.
like a big storyline with Otis and everything, and then
Hmm.
she went down to NXT and she had a group called Toxic Attraction, and they were just like
Okay.
three bad bitches like fucking people up and doing their thing, similar to Fatal Influence. So this
Okay. So
Fatal
that's their name. That's their name. Fatal
that's
Influence.
yes, but Fatal Influence is a variant of Toxic Attraction. That's why I called them that. But I thought that they did amazing. Like I thought that their debut was awesome. I like the way that they came
I
out.
feel like
I
their
liked
debut was awesome because the crowd
no, no,
made it that way.
bro.
Because obviously we love Rhea.
The way that they were hitting these girls during the tag team shit when they like broke up the tag team match and they were like, bro, I like the way that they were hitting. I think that they're gonna be a factor on SmackDown. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna be a factor
I'm
on SmackDown.
okay. I respect your opinion. I'm just
I
not
know.
happy about it.
Hey, I'm telling you, I might be early, but at the same time, they wouldn't put her with Rhea off the rip if they didn't see potential in them.
I just honestly feel like even like I know we're talking about SmackDown, but I just feel like with both shows right now, everything that happened and that we're gonna talk about, it happened because there is no direction. Like there's no plan. Right now they're winging everything and I'm just kind of like all right, here we.
No,
I'm just a spectator watching.
but at the
As
same,
much as I could be a quarter, what is it called? A armchair quarterback.
right.
As much as I want to be that and be like, no, you guys should do this, you should do that. Like, I don't get paid to do that.
But
I'm
at
gonna give you my opinion, but
but
I feel like everything that happened, all the sequence of events between SmackDown and Raw, this past that we're gonna talk about, is everything is happening because they have no plan.
it's not that. I think that they're right now. They're literally in the beginning of the season. So right now they're literally just trying shit. Like, all
Yes,
right. Wait,
and they're
wait.
also adding new characters, which
Exactly,
I'm happy about because
exactly.
we need that's the
New,
point of NXT. You need to get your bearings. What do you call it? Ring rust. all of those
No,
things and have.
I think it's
Didn't we
that.
watch a video that get trained the WWE way?
Yes.
So you have everything, and then eventually you get promoted. That's the whole goal of NXT. So I'm
Right.
happy that people are moving up, but I just feel like I don't know. In my opinion, they should like if it since she's a champion now, like they should put Stephanie in that spot. I know they still want to do the whole live thing, but they should put Stephanie in that
In
spot.
what
Not
spot?
not somebody that to me, in my opinion, like just okay. That's like the best way I can explain it to you is that you've been at your job for 5 years and then somebody gets hired and then they got the promotion that you've been working towards.
I mean,
That's
but
how it feels.
that I mean, you can't say that though because at the end of the day, it's like when it comes to wrestling, nothing is forever. Somebody could be in the main event today, and then next week they're in that mid card. Next week they're opening the match.
Oh
So
yeah, I know.
everything, especially when it, unless you're like a John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, like where you're a perennial main eventer, where you are the main event, Stone Cold Steve Austin, then that's different. But we're talking about like most average wrestlers, they have probably one or two runs at the top of the card. Like fucking for example, perfect example, Hardcore Holly, right?
Okay.
We grew up, Hardcore Holly was up in that mid card, right? Like Hardcore Holly was just in the hardcore division. Maybe he'll fight for the IC, never win it, but like you do him as just being a solid wrestler. Well, in fucking 2007 or whatever it was, he had a match with Brock Lesnar, where Brock Lesnar like broke his neck. So they wrote Hardcore Holly to come back to like try to kill Brock Lesnar, and he had a main event pay per view. He main evented a pay per view. So that's the thing about wrestling is that nothing is forever. These girls can come out and they can be the main event right now, but then after people get used to them and they find their role, then it's like, you know. But also to even to kind of like go off of what you're saying, if they were gonna do something like that, even but she's injured right now, so it's like, because I was gonna say that would have been perfect for Chelsea Green to be all up in there and like getting aggressive,
I
but
know,
but she's
and it
injured.
makes me sad because once she's injured, and two of what they were like the rumor that was going around that she'll always just be like a mid card, like she'll never
See,
be like they don't see her as talented enough to go ahead and bring her up to the
but
big leagues, which is even like more infuriated.
right,
Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes.
right. But the thing about that is that that could be true for now. That's how they could see her for now. Cause it's like that. That's like I feel like that's the thing that people like kind of get so fixated on when it comes to wrestling, bro. Like literally, why does everybody love Cody Rhodes? Because Cody Rhodes was up in that mid card in WWE, went out,
And
started a whole promotion, built his brand up to the point that he had to come back to become the main event. That
yeah,
is
I feel like he saw his worth, he left, and then he came back when they were
no.
like
I mean,
begging for him.
it's that
Isn't that how it
he
happened?
took a gamble on himself because there was. I'm not gonna say that there was no worth, but Cody Rhodes was not popping. Like he was not popping when he left WWE, and they didn't really want him on the Indies. He had to like,
Oh,
yeah, he had to earn he had to build that American Nightmare character, earn the respect and the love of the indie fans, take that, and then all this shit happened. So that's the thing is like people get like so like kind of like, oh, this person's getting job. Look at Penta, bruh. Penta was literally getting jobbed. Like we would say,
AEW.
no, in WWE his first year, like post Netflix, post the premiere of Netflix, bruh.
Yeah, they didn't really know what to do with him.
Penta was like like losing to like Kofi Kingston. No disrespect to Kofi at all, but I'm just saying like shit like that was happening, and I remember everybody was upset. And now look, Penta's in a great position. So it's like,
So sometimes it just takes time to
of
get there.
everything is about time, bro. Because at the end of the day, this isn't like it's the NBA, where it's like, oh, this guy can only be so good for so long. Like, there's people have time as long as they don't get hurt, then they have time. So honestly, like I liked what Fatal Influence did. How do you feel about the new U.S. Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton?
Oh yeah, I actually I like okay 50-50, right? So like 50% I'm happy obviously because I am a Tiffany fan. I feel like I should have wore Let's give you an outfit check. Today I'm wearing my Stone Cold Steve Austin
Oh,
shirt.
one more Eddie Guerrero.
Um, Period. Wow, I actually really like that shirt. I've been dying to get an Eddie shirt, but I missed that whole drop. You know, because when you order from this company, you have to get it like
When
the
it
minute
drops.
it drops. Yeah. Um. So I'm happy. 50%. I'm happy for Tiffany because I feel like she was like at the top of the card WrestleMania last year, and then all of a sudden it was just kind of like she was like a lost soul, and then now she's back and she won the championship. But it's also kind of like you went from the top to the middle, so it's just like that's the other 50% that is like I don't know how to feel. I don't know if I should be like upset about that, but I also feel like what is the plan? Yes, you're the champion now, but what is the plan? Because Julia was the champion and they were not writing nothing. And I
Yeah.
actually like
Kiana James.
the yeah, I
I like her
actually
too.
really like her,
I
especially
like her
that I
too.
know her like backstory. Like she went to school for law and
Yeah.
decided to become a wrestler. So like
She
her whole persona, her attitude, like I actually would like to see her fight
expand her.
Kiana.
That's what I think is gonna happen. But
Cause I
honestly,
feel like that's like two characters that I feel like are very me. Like I'm a girly girl, but I like to get down and dirty and like I like to look cute. Like but I could tell you off. Like and I feel like both characters are very much like that.
yeah,
So I feel like I could see that in the future. But like they were not doing nothing with the title. Like they were writing her fighting matches. They the only I feel like the only good part about that whole reign with Julia was Kiana James. Like her being like the manager. I
yeah,
like that role for her. But other
yeah.
than that, like
No,
it
I
was
mean,
trash. Like
no.
I can't like
Julia
I
has
said,
some.
I'm an armchair right now, so what can I say?
Julia has some good match. She has some good matches,
And
but yeah,
she's a good wrestler.
yeah.
That's another thing. Like she's a really good wrestler. So it's just kind of like, as much as I want to see all the Japanese wrestlers fight each other. Is that hard to ask?
Right.
Like,
And two, the thing about that is like, yeah, I think Julia just needs to get something where like she can get back to what she was, like getting taken more serious by the audience, and then I think she'll
yeah,
she'll
I
be
feel like I
okay.
wasn't taking her serious at
And
all.
that's the problem. So I think that maybe this feud with Kiana James, if they do it, it could get a little bloody, and it could get a little hardcore, hardcore matches and shit like that. Get that perception back of what she was because originally before she came to WWE, she was known as like literally like the hardest hitting women's wrestler.
Julia.
Yes.
Was that her name before?
Yes,
And
she
like
was one of the
in
ones that got.
Japan?
She was one of the ones that got to keep her name.
Wow, okay. Good
Yeah,
to know.
Julia. It was Julia, and then the girl that they debuted in Blake Monroe, which was Mariah May.
Oh, she's coming.
Yes,
She's
yes.
coming. I'm really
Huge.
excited for that.
I'm a huge fan of her. Huge fan of her.
What's crazy is next week I'll try to bring my cards to the studio so I can like show the audience. But like I actually have the Blake Monroe card when she was in
Yeah,
AEW.
she's Mariah
So
May. Yeah, she literally
that
had
was her name before,
Mariah May.
Mariah May.
Yeah, she had literally one of the best women's feud in AEW history with Tony Storm.
Okay,
It
so
was
and
it was
I also
amazing.
like Tony Storm too. Tony
Yeah.
Storm's really good. That's the one that fought Mercedes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay,
Multiple times. Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, no, she's coming. Ricky Saints is on his way to SmackDown.
Yes, also I like that
I'm
too.
excited.
They did that promo for him, and I feel like the only thing they did was change his last name because he was
Yeah,
like Ricky Stark, and now
yeah,
he's Saint. So it's kind of
yeah.
like funny,
Yeah,
but whatever.
it's the same character though. There's not really too much fundamental
Also, he used
differences.
to do this before.
Yeah, always.
Anyway,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay,
He did all that.
okay.
He did all that.
I didn't really follow him in like AEW. I just kind of knew about him because when I do watch AEW, it's like it's not consistent. I'll
Yeah,
catch it like let's say like sometimes I catch Collision, which I think is like on Saturdays,
yeah,
right? Sometimes I'll catch Collision because it's such a long show that sometimes like I'll be going through the channels on my cable box and I'm like, oh, it's Saturday. Wow, we have like some wrestling, or like it'll be Wednesday and I'll get to watch it.
yeah.
So like I don't watch it all the time. Like I don't schedule it. But if it's on and I'm available, like I will watch it.
No, I usually watch it like a couple days after. If I'm bored or something, I'll go ahead and watch it. There was a point where I was watching AEW every week. It's just, my life just a little different. I'm a little bit more busy, so I don't have time to watch it Like the
Yeah, but that's kind of how I feel too. Like I don't really schedule my time to watch it.
right, but I would. I mean, they're doing. I actually watched it this week, and they actually had a good episode too. Speaking of AEW, but
Hmm.
what else happened on SmackDown? Fucking Cody Rhodes came out and said TKO is 0-3, trying to get me out the paint. He said, "Bring whoever you want."
Um,
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So
Well,
I just pulled up like the highlights on another window. If you guys hear the background, I muted it. But the show did start off with one thing we do need to talk
right? No,
about. The
no.
show did start
Yeah.
off with the MFTs
Yeah.
and Jacob Fatu and the
So,
Usos,
so
which I remember last week we were talking about this, and I was like, at what point are we gonna add Solo? Because I feel like with the MFTs they were trying to do a bootleg bloodline, but it never got off the ground, and it
uh,
never gained. I never really gained any traction because none of those wrestlers in that faction were really fighting. And remember, they had the tag team titles. They even Nick Aldis was like, "Bro, you guys aren't even defending the titles. Like you guys are gonna fight these people because you guys are just sitting here looking pretty with the
yeah.
titles."
And then
So I like that they're kind of like involving this the MFTs with the bloodline,
nah,
which I don't even like the name the MFTs.
nah.
I hate it.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It took a while. It grew on me. But honestly, they gotta heat Solo back up. Honestly, like we need
They do.
we need
They do.
we need to heat Solo back up. Like this, the Uncle Howdy feud. Like it had potential, but they didn't follow through with it. And now all the Y6 is gone.
Yeah, that's actually something that we'll get onto later within the show. I do have pulled up in another window all of the
Releases.
releases, but I feel like I do want to know your opinion on the bloodline getting back together and adding Solo when you thought that wasn't gonna happen. So
Like adding
what do
Solo
you
into the.
see next?
Well, I mean, honestly, Jacob Fatu is just gonna lose and then go on his merry way and then figure some shit out another way.
So you think he's still gonna be like a lone wolf by himself, or you think he's gonna join the bloodline, or you think he's gonna join the MFTs?
No, I think he's just gonna go. I think he's gonna stay doing his own thing.
Okay,
I don't think he needs either faction right now, and it wouldn't make
I
sense.
agree.
It wouldn't make sense for him to join the Bloodline. It would make sense for him to join MFT just for the fact that like Solo brought him in when nobody wanted to bring him in.
I feel like it would make more sense. Like, hopefully, any of the writers, since you guys always lurk online and you guys want to name us the IWC, if you guys are watching this, what will be good, just how you guys change stuff last minute, is if Jacob Fatu loses, which we already know that's what's going to happen at Backlash, that he has to join the bloodline and he has to acknowledge Roman. I
See,
think that'll be fine.
but I don't know. I think that like I kind of like what they're doing.
It's almost kind of like battle, like like especially in their culture, like I'm head of the table. You need to acknowledge me, so we're gonna battle, and if you lose, you have to do that. I feel like that'd
Right,
be cool.
but at the same time, I feel like with everything that he's been saying in regards to like, I'm doing this because I want my family to have what your family has and shit like that,
Mhm.
is kind of
Mhm.
disassociating him from that. Like, if you lose, then you gotta come join us, and like, I think that it's not even about none of that. Like, it's about I want what you got, and I'm gonna whoop your ass to get it. And then you know what I'm saying. After whatever happens, I'm just gonna go about my business. I think that's what I think. But honestly, I was gonna kind of just talk about all that in a nutshell, like everything that happened with Jacob Fatu and the match. Even though it kind of sucks because they just like sacrificed the MFT. Like whole
What
MFT
do you
got
mean they sacrificed the
they all bro.
NFT?
They all look like fucking They all got their ass whooped.
Oh yeah, because he did.
Bro, it was literally
Oh
like
my
one.
god, let me see if I can try to pull up the clip of when see, this is the confusing part. All of their names are kind of similar, so I never know. Like I know which one is which, but I can never say their name correctly. So I know Talatonga is the really tall one, and then which is the other one that always kind of botches. And he was
Tonga.
on the table, and then he fell,
Ta-
and then and then Jacob had to get up and put him back on the table because he fell.
Tongaloa.
Okay, yeah, Tongaloa.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
And Jacob did beat up all of them.
He did, and
So
like I was like, damn, that's a little uncalled for, but okay. But at the same time, it's like you gotta heat him up because he's going against Roman, so he has to look amazing going into
got it.
this match.
Got
But it's just like, damn, bro, you had to sacrifice. I don't think Talatonga was there. Was he there?
it.
No, right?
No, he
No.
wasn't there, but my next thing that I kind of
That
want
was
to see what your
that
opinion is.
that was probably by design.
Do you think he's gonna turn on the MFTs and Solo?
Who?
I feel like they've been alluding to that for a really long time.
Who?
Remember,
Tamatonga?
yes,
Oh
because
yeah, for sure.
they've been alluding to it because he was talking to Shinsuke in Japanese, which I really enjoyed it because obviously I do want to learn Japanese, so I try to
Yeah.
watch it as much as I can and understand. But that caught me by surprise. I didn't know he knew Japanese,
Oh
and
yeah.
they've been alluding to it for such a long time. So it's just kind of like, do you think that
So,
it's finally
I mean,
finally gonna happen?
just to go back into that, I mean, this kind of ties into everything that I've been saying because Bullet Club literally is what wrestling is today. That's the only
I'm
reason.
sorry, what?
The Bullet Club.
Bullet Club?
So look,
What is that?
all right. So boom. So originally, Tamatonga and Cody Rhodes were in Bullet Club at the same time. So
Tamatanga and Cody Rhodes
we're in a faction together. So
in New Japan.
in New Japan. So think of Bullet Club if you were to put NWO, fucking D-Generation X, and the fucking military like all together in one group.
Oh my god!
So
So it was not just them two; it was more than more people
it was
involved.
so
too?
the thing about Bullet Club is like Bullet Club is still happening now. Like it's
Okay.
still going on now because it's like it's one of those things where like anybody can become the leader, and then once a person becomes a leader, then it's like they shape the faction in their their personality, if that makes sense, you know. So basically, like Tabatonga before coming to WWE was like the man in New Japan. When him and Tongaloa, the Gorillas of Destiny, were a huge tag team over there.
Okay.
You know,
The
like
one that fell off the table.
yes, very before coming to WWE, very respected. Yeah, well, I wouldn't
Okay.
say like very respected because like there was still clips of him and shit, but had more respect. So they come in, the God comes in, but yeah, of course he had a lot of matches with Shinsuke and shit like that. So that's why he knows Japanese because he was there for so long.
Wow.
Like he was there for
I
so
really
long.
enjoyed that.
But yeah, he's definitely turning on Solo. They can turn Tamatonga singles.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I don't know about like world champion or nothing, but you know he'll be up there for a good match, and you know depending on what he does, because he has kind of like his own character with the yeah and all this shit, so maybe he can expand on
Yeah,
that.
he hasn't been doing that actually.
Because I think that he's saving that for when he goes face again, and then he'll start doing all that shit again. But well, all right. Before we get into the next thing, before we get into Raw, because I think we touched base pretty much on everything on SmackDown.
Okay, so I'm like skimming through the highlights. So we already talked about Tiffany, and we talked about the faction, Fatal Attraction.
Fatal influence.
Yeah, so okay, so what do you think they're gonna do with Cody? Because he's
That
not
was
clear to
literally my
wrestle.
next. That was my question for you. Was what's next for Cody Rhodes?
I honestly think
Oh
that
wait, no, we're tripping.
remember,
No, wait. Before we go to Cody Rhodes, we're tripping. Literally, my favorite thing in wrestling happened this week, and we didn't
Okay,
talk
go
about
ahead.
it.
Tell me.
A double turn, a double turn. It happened.
What's the double turn?
So basically, when Sami Zayn beat the shit out of Trick Williams.
Oh my god! But I did okay. So
Okay,
I
okay.
love the whole fact that they came out and he was hiding underneath it. That was great. And but I
Yes.
also like that they did the celebration like they did for Chelsea Green. Remember when she became the U.S. champion?
Yeah.
They did like a whole celebration for her. Like I love that.
And-
And then so Yachty is full time now.
I don't know. I don't know. I think
If he is,
okay.
I'm okay with it.
Okay, you know what? Also, I was thinking because I was like, damn, what if he is like Trick Williams' manager on screen, but then like behind the scenes he's like a stylist for like a lot of the superstars and shit like that. So I think they could get a lot of use out of Little Yachty for just outside of on screen. I think off screen he could help a lot as well. So I think that it's a good merger, and I hope that he's here full time because yeah, he was like, yo, I'm still here. So
Yeah, cause he don't. I like no offense, like not to like discredit him, but he doesn't really have anything going on right now,
no,
or
that's
like
not
any
true.
commitments. Like he's
No,
not on
no.
tour.
I mean,
He's not
but no, he has the group, the
like
Concrete
he has
Boys.
availability to
No, I
be
would.
around more often.
I don't think that because think about it, bro. Like, even though it's like his music necessarily to the mainstream isn't what it was in 2016, he's actually
Yeah.
he's more popular musically than he ever was because he's more of a cult fan base type of person. So he
Yeah,
started,
like Little Uzi Vert. I understand that, but
but
he's not right now in Europe and doing like warp tours and
right,
stuff.
right, but he
That's
could
what I'm
be,
saying. He
he
has the
could be.
availability to go city to city with them
Right.
every week if he
Right.
wanted
Right.
to.
Or even if he shows up every other week or whatever, bro. Whatever time Lil Yachty is able to give to WWE, I'm grateful for because at the end of the day, it makes us like as wrestling fans, like it just makes it more acceptable. Like, oh, that's that shit Lil Yachty was doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
I fuck with that. But I love that the second that the gingerbread head came off and he attacked Trick Williams, the dynamic changed. Trick Williams automatically went to becoming the babyface of the situation, and Sami Zayn is now a heel.
Yes, and I think they're actually because they've been alluding to that. Remember all the times that he used to spill the water? So they've been alluding to him turning bad, but since he's been such like what they call Sammy Hogan for so long, I didn't really see that coming. So it kind of took me by surprise that
No,
that happened.
I thought it was done amazingly. Like literally, like because now, like, all right, it gives time for all the other people who are in the U.S. title division. Gives time for your Mellos, your Dragunov, Garganos, all these people to kind of have matches amongst each other to kind of figure that out. While there is this feud, and it's a major feud for Trick
Like a
because
number one contender.
something like that can
Okay.
cook on this side, but then at the same time, it's a major look for Trick because Sami Zayn, like at worst, is a B tier main eventer. At worst, you know, like that's like at worst because you can't deny the fact that he's a main eventer. So regardless,
Yes.
Sami
I
Zayn,
mean, he won against Gunther.
Sami Zayn is elevated.
I'm
Hey,
sorry, I'll never let that go.
he's only one of the three people to do it. There's only like been like three people that did it: Dragunov, Braun Breaker, and Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
So, Sammy's a big win for Trick Williams is a good look, right? So
Hmm.
it continues to elevate Trick and it makes Trick more credible. So I like it. And then on top of that too, now you finally have Sammy as a heel. So now he can go off and he can go turn on Cody Rhodes and do whatever, and then that just gives you a lot more stories at the top of the card as well. So
Hmm.
that was literally my favorite segment.
Agreed. I was gonna actually like bring that up before as well. That was my favorite segment. I like that my favorite part actually out of the whole segment was not only the celebration, but when he was coming out to the ring from backstage, like all the side characters that were involved. Because like as somebody who works in production, like that's really how it is. Like okay, I'm about to walk on. He goes, all right, below the chain, above the belt, and then the makeup artist like sprays the clear sunscreen because that's how we make people look like super buff on TV is the clear sunscreen. So I just
Really?
thought it was hilarious.
What wait,
Yeah,
what
hundred
is what
percent.
is what is clear sunscreen?
Okay, so there's this brand called Neutrogena, which I'm pretty sure like everybody
Everybody
knows.
knows.
It's very available in worldwide.
Okay.
But they make a can. It's in a blue can, and it's a clear sunscreen. So every time you put it on somebody, if you notice, there are other brands that do make sunscreen, but it's a makeup artist secret because when we put it on people for like photo shoots, fitness shoots, camera, TV, like when Roman comes out, that's what's on him. It's not baby oil. because it's not greasy and it dries very fast, but it leaves that sheen on your skin as if you were wearing baby oil, but you're
Wow.
not.
Wow.
So when he came out and he was like, "Oh, like," and then the guy with the clipboard, like, "Oh, you ready? Are you ready? Like, okay, your music's coming on." Like the production, seeing the side characters of production, I feel like that was my favorite part.
That's like a East.
Besides the celebration,
That's like an Easter egg for you.
yeah, I love that because that's how it is really when we're doing a show or doing a photo shoot. Oh, and he's like, he goes, all right, below the chain, above the belt, and I just thought that was hilarious because she just sprayed the abs, so I thought that was great. And then obviously the turn with the gingerbread man, but the fact that the gingerbread man was even playing along, like if it was like,
No,
it
honestly though,
wasn't Sami Zayn, it was
honestly,
even more
once
amazing.
once I saw the dancing, I knew it was Sami Zayn. Yeah, once I saw the dancing, I was like, "Yep, that's Sammy."
Oh
Cause
my
like
god, no. It
nah,
caught me off guard.
you never seen Sami Zayn dance with the bloodline and all that shit?
No,
Oh my gosh, yeah,
no.
yeah. Nah, if you would have seen that, you'd be like, "Yep, I know who that is under there." I
That's
know. So
hilarious.
I didn't know the term was coming, but I thought it was done like
Yeah, I
beautiful.
liked it a lot
Cause
too.
the thing about a double turn, it's either perfect, like 10 out of 10, or it's like people don't get it, so then it just like it never happened. If that makes sense.
Kind of like John Cena.
No, so in
Because
a
he went back and then he was doing this
no,
whole
but the thing about
Shakespeare,
the
and it
thing
was
about
horrible.
the thing about the double turn is the double turn you need two people. So the thing is that like a double turn is when like let's say me and you are feuding, right?
Hmm.
I'm the heel, you're the baby face,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But let's say like as our feud grows, people kind of start to realize like, hold on, Michelle's the asshole, like, right?
Hmm.
So the writers see they're like, hold on, like the crowd is kind of turning on you. So what we'll do is we'll do an action where like you'll have a choice to make something. You'll have a choice to have a moral thing. You know what I'm saying? Like oh, a moral choice, but you make a choice to do something bad. It automatically makes me the good guy. That's the thing with Sami Zayn and Trick Williams. Because Sami Zayn could have just interrupted, you know how he normally does.
Hmm.
Interrupted, ran down there and started fighting him, and like stayed a babyface. The fact that he disguised himself, the fact that he snuck around, the fact that he was around this man all day, because the gingerbread man was around all day.
Oh, yeah, he
Think about it.
was.
Think about it. Like, cause
When they were
when
on the
it
bus.
from all day he was around them. That's huge shit. Like
Hmm.
that's
Very,
so
very sneaky.
exactly. So
Hmm.
like that's what it was, and that's what made it to me like so good. You know.
Hmm. Okay, so before we move on to Raw, we just have two more things that we need to talk about. We need to talk about so what do you think is gonna happen with Cody?
Hmm.
And we also need to talk about the Danhausen fight. I actually really enjoyed that.
That
So
was hilarious.
so what do you think is gonna happen with Cody? You think they're gonna do what they did with Rhea when she messed up her shoulder? Like obviously she can't be champion, she can't compete.
No,
So
no, because
at what point is he clear? He's not cleared. His eyes all messed up.
it's a crush orbital. It's okay. Like, bro, he'll go if he doesn't wrestle on Backlash. That's not the end of the world. In reality,
Yes,
right,
yes,
bro?
but
That's why.
so
That's
we're
why
gonna
that.
treat it like Roman. He just gonna fight when he's
No,
like
he'll come
whenever,
out.
or
He'll come down every week, cut promos until he's ready to go. It's not gonna be that long, bro. It's just a crush orbital. It's like I don't think he's gonna be out for fucking months. I think it's gonna literally be a. I think after Backlash, he'll be wrestling again,
I mean, he did fight with a torn pec, so
bro. That's what I'm saying.
I can't really put
That
anything
and
past him.
that's something that he needs. You need your pectoral muscle to wrestle. You don't really need your you need your eyes, but you know what I'm saying. Like you don't really need your orbital bone to wrestle. And it's
Yeah, but still, like falling on that, even just like even
no,
the going like this might hurt, you
no.
know.
I think the impact of when you fall and like everything shaking and shit. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be too long that he's gonna be out. But I think that I mean obviously after WrestleMania, the feud with Randy Orton is gonna continue. It
Oh
has
well,
to.
I mean, when do you think Randy will even come back?
That's the thing. I don't know because it's obvious that that's what's gonna happen, but there has to be something for him to come back, and I think Randy will probably be back maybe next week. I don't know. He could come
I
back
mean,
next week. He could come back later.
he kind of like it was kind of like difficult for me to read because he's done that before where he sold it so good. So I don't know if it was real or if he was selling
You
it on
say
the back
Randy
part.
Orton?
Yeah. So
I mean,
I don't
what
know.
have we seen him since WrestleMania?
No,
Exactly.
no.
I mean, he what?
It's only two shows. The
But
shows we're talking about right now are the two shows that's happened, and he's
yeah,
not made an
he hasn't
appearance.
made an appearance. But I mean, he didn't get hurt after WrestleMania. He just beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes and left.
Well, he when he was walking, he it didn't look good.
Nah, I mean, but that's that.
He also in the middle of the match, you know how he would turn around and coil, he
Yeah,
couldn't do it. And I don't know if that was because he physically could not.
bro. I'm not gonna
Because
lie. They
you were
both.
telling me that the whole point of him having back surgery was because him slamming himself, coiling, eventually like herniated like one of his
No,
discs or
and
something like that.
no, it was like I think it was like the bloodline took him out. That was in the storyline that the bloodline took him out. But yeah, it was like something where like something he fell on his back, but it's from the RKO as well.
Yes, because you land on your lower back.
Right,
So
and he was getting
didn't
up
he have
high.
surgery or
He
something
he
like that for
yeah
it?
yeah
Or
he used to get up really high like back in the day. Now he doesn't get up as high. Now it's like a slight lift, and he'll just boom catch you or whatever. But
hmm
but I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea because it's like you can't do Drew McIntyre because that just happened.
well, I think
Um,
he's on a break right now.
yeah, you
Honestly,
can't do Drew
I
McIntyre.
think he's shooting a movie.
You can't do Drew. You can't. Priest is busy, which also too. That's another thing. When I was watching the tag team title match, I was like, bro, I was watching like Priest's entrance, and I was like, I miss
hmm
serious Damian Priest, bro. But he was just serious, obviously, with the beef with Aleister Black and all that. But like, I don't know.
hmm
I'm like, damn, Priest.
I like him serious, but I also like him with truth because I do think he is funny.
He is funny, but I don't know. I
hmm
miss him serious. I miss the punishment. Like
hmm
that Judgment Day, the original Judgment Day era will never be duplicated. Like
hmm
all of them were at that was like the peak of all of them, bro. But yeah, I mean that match was pretty fun too. They had the
Yeah, that match was good too. I liked
tag
it.
team title match. Can't forget that.
I don't even know who they were fighting against, to be honest with you.
Wait,
Um,
MFT.
was it?
Yeah, it was MFT.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, how? Oh yeah, it was very
yeah,
memorable.
yeah. It was MFT. But
And then so what did you think about Danhausen and the Miz? Did you watch the
okay,
him being at his house?
okay. What I want to say is the first thing I noticed was, God damn, that camera was fucking immaculate. That camera
Oh
that they
yeah,
used was insane.
yeah, so what's funny is that I've been to Vegas before, and the only golf course that I can think about is so my husband loves this one golf course in Vegas, and they have houses all around the holes. So when they said, he goes, "Oh, you live on a golf course right in front of this hole," I was like, "Oh, I've been there and I've shot there before."
That's
And
crazy.
not to like dox him, but I think allegedly,
Uh-huh.
because I don't want to get sued. I allegedly think that he lives at this golf course called Bears Best in Las Vegas,
But that's probably not
and
even his real
it's
house.
a beautiful, I think it is. It's
Actually,
a
yeah, because the
beautiful
yeah yeah
community.
yeah.
It's a beautiful community, and a lot of the houses are like super dope. And it is on a golf course, so you do see people like driving their golf cart past your house or whatever. So I like that they did film at his house, and I also like that his wife was involved in
Yeah,
it too. So
that
I like that.
Maurice,
I like that as well. His wife is actually really pretty. Um,
Maurice.
so I like that. I like that they did that kind of like it gave like that whole vibe of remember when LA Knight showed up to Logan Paul like, what are you doing here?
I'm
Like
probably.
I like that. Give me a little bit more than just at the stadium or in the ring or whatever.
No,
So I like that
I like it too.
as well.
I like it too. I like what they man. Fuck it, bro. All right. Do you think that there's any way that Danhausen can get a main event like world title opportunity?
Um, I don't know.
See,
I don't know. I think it's too early. I think it's too early to
no, I'm just
call
saying.
it.
I'm saying
But I
eventually.
do think, that's what I'm saying. I think it's too early to tell. But I do feel like we are moving in the right direction because I was watching like some of his old stuff, and apparently before he signed to WWE, the reason why he wasn't like debuted as a wrestler right away, he was more of a character, is which he could probably do that forever,
Hmm.
to be honest with you, you know. But he broke his leg and he went back too fast and it never healed. So for him to be in the ring with the Miz, I feel like we're moving in the right direction of him being able to wrestle, because I feel like that's also important too. Like you could be a character, but you also need to wrestle. But I also don't think he needs to be wrestling, every week or all the time either.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like the thing about Danhausen is if you write him into the main event, he gotta win. Like that's the thing.
Well,
Like, how could he
I
not?
agree with
How
you.
could he not win if he just cursed you? Like,
Yeah, actually, what's funny is that the Knicks won, so maybe the curse didn't he didn't really get to curse Stephen A. Smith. I
yeah,
got kind of pissed off about that.
yeah, yeah. Hey, Knicks to the second round, but yeah, I liked it though. I don't know.
I like it too.
I like Danhausen, bro. I like what he brings to the fucking table. He's literally
It's
like,
something different.
bro. He's literally a fucking gold mine for WWE because it's like
Yes.
you can make Danhausen anything and it's gonna fucking be cool. Like Danhausen clock.
I think he has his own lane, and it's not playing off of
Anyone is doing.
what Truth was. You know
Not
how
at
Truth
not at
was
not
like
at not at
was
all.
like the funny guy backstage and whatever, but I don't see that. I don't see that as him taking like our Truth's place. I feel like he is his own person and his own character that will always be remembered like from years to come.
Of course. Of course, he was already that before he walked into a WWE ring. He was on.
I honestly I didn't know anything about him until he did appear on
Yeah,
WWE,
yeah.
and
But
at
no,
first I was pissed off, and now I'm like, yeah.
yeah,
So I don't know.
and that's the thing about wrestling, bro. That's the beautiful thing about it. Is like you just didn't understand it at that moment, but then the second that you
Mhm.
got it, you were like, oh, all right, you know.
Okay, so um